The Chinese embassy in the Gambia is handing over the second medical package from the People's Republic of China to the Republic of the Gambia this morning. Officials at the Chinese embassy and officials at the Ministry of Health are currently on the formalities around the gesture at the central medical stores in Kotu. In previous moments, the Gambia Ministry of Health received two ventilators in addition to other equipments highly required for the fight against COVID-19 by both the Jack Ma Foundation and the Chinese government. Our team is live at the central medical stores in Kotu, and joining us live on the line now is Ibrahim Ba. Well, thank you very much, Ibrahim, for coming through again. Now, how about the items in question today? What do we know of that?
The list still includes personal protective gears from the People's Republic of China to the government of the Gambia. So already some packages have been already, dispatched here for onward delivery to the Ministry of Health and, in the Gambia. So we understand that this package is directly coming from the embassy, the Chinese embassy to the Gambia, to the Ministry of Health, based on the personal relationship the two institutions have on the fight against the COVID-19. So it is a little bit different from what came from the Jack Ma Foundation and the People's Republic of China, like the previous months we were reporting. So this one is more of a lower consignment package, which is going to directly to the Ministry of Health too.
All right. Now, what form of presentation are we witnessing today?
Some minutes ago, the officials from the Chinese embassy were on the ground to, deliver the packages on the ground for onward presentation. And we also interacted with the Ministry of Health officials on the place here. So we know that this time the WHO is invited. We cannot assume whether they will be here later, but it will be more of a formal presentation where the Minister of Health is expected to receive it from the Chinese ambassador to the Gambia. So, and then it will be a sort of festival that will attract some speeches and statements from these officials from both sides.
All right. Now, like you said, Ibrahim, of course, second or third time, well, what impact do you think this will have on the fight against COVID-19 in the country?
The first support to come to the Gambia from China was that of the Jack Ma Foundation, lot of consignment, and that was part of the bigger package sent to the entire African continent. It was coordinated by the Ethiopian Prime Minister that also came to the Gambia and neighboring countries. So it seemed from the initial call by the government that Gambia needed some support, it needed some preventive materials that will support the fight against COVID-19. So it is now coming on, but as to the impact, we know that it is not enough to see that the public is also giving these PPEs, but the health workers, especially those in the frontline duties, are now having enough, according to the Ministry of Health. But we also don't see the mass testing continuing to show that Gambia has enough material testing kits to test everybody. So we know there are a lot of thermometers that could, gauge the temperature of individual, which is also a crucial testing methodology for the COVID-19. But are you tested? Am I tested? Who else is tested? So only few. In fact, the mass campaign that was done by the ministry started at Bakau. So about 500 people were tested for the COVID-19. But the campaign is yet to kick off to other regions or other communities within the country. So to talk about impact, yes, there could be impact, but the ministry will still have to communicate to the public, or we notice it by ourselves to know how far or the extent of impact that the support, or especially this protective gears and testing equipments are coming to the Gambia? How much? That is a question that we can continue to further, following for answers.
Very well, like you articulated there. Now, what about alternative treatment issues, herbal medicine in Africa?
So the government of the Gambia announced on Monday that it also received 3 packs of alternative treatment, that is the organic treatment for the coronavirus coming from Madagascar, which is a sister country in Africa. So the government of the Gambia is receiving and is welcoming all sort of support from all corners as far as it is intended to get rid of the coronavirus. So we know now this is the third time, because Chinese government brought in first, then Jack Ma, now the Chinese embassy now. So the third time or the fourth time from China. So but with all that also, there are efforts that Gambia is doing to receive from other countries, that is Madagascar, which we know also Senegal is also involved in using the alternative treatment, for the COVID-19. So we are following, and likely there is there could be a shift from the current, medical or official or Western medicated, materials that Gambia is receiving, to then traditional and the herbal methodology, which Gambia is not very new member to understanding such principles.
All right. Just lastly, well, what are people or officials on the ground saying?
So the official handing over was supposed to start 9 o'clock, but there has been a shift in timing because officials on the ground, one of the communication officers told us earlier that now the handing over will take place 10 o'clock. That is 1 hour later than the earlier, proposed time. So meaning that, for the meantime, the media is here waiting, but until such a time that the minister and the officer from the Chinese embassy will be here to do the formal handing over.
All right. Stay safe, and thank you very much for your time as you wait for the presentation, and we look forward to seeing you back soon. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
All right. There you go.